All right. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to the Kim Master Agency call. We're so happy to be back. Man, just being sick sucks, right? And yeah, it's really, really exciting today because we have a special promotion, and I love seeing new agents become consistent producers and then going from consistent producers to top producers and elite producer. That's one of the best feeling as a builder, right? Because you're seeing them make it happen, make money, and be happy. And I'm so proud of Beau for stepping up as a leader and leading from the front. And we have Beau who's going to be interviewing Chris. I would love to hear Chris's story. I don't really know full Chris's story. So make sure you tune in for that. Um, so the leadership team, we have Frank Brenes, Beau Hirshfield, Stefan Brenes, Sean and Amanda Kim, Landry Peterson, Jericho and Gina Del Rosario, Drake Stratton, and key leaders, we have Kat Cusick, Jessica Jackson, Annabelle Hazleton, Nora Fermento, Jason Powers, and team leaders, we have Ashton Hart, Tanner Redding, Gloria Mendoza, Rose Vincent, and Veronica Sanchez. Uh, Couple things. There is an advanced market boot camp on May 19th to the 21st in Asheville, North Carolina. So if you are an agent who is pretty well versed in the mortgage protection and now you want to take your business to the next level, you want to become a subject matter expert, you want to learn about debt-free life, infinite banking, IUL, annuities, and other things, then you should definitely go to this boot camp. And they give you the tools and the strategies how to really sell these products. I think that we have about 7 or 8 agents who are going to this event, and I'm very, very, very excited for that. So registration is open, and you can go to HQ to sign up for that. Symmetry Financial Group Corporate Overview and Wealth Accumulation Seminar. So I'll be hosting with Jamie Knight and Stephanie Tai. I think Jamie lives in one of the biggest like a master build communities in Arizona. It's close to Queen Creek, and we're going to be doing a corporate overview and then also going over our top selling financial products such as like the annuities, debt-free life, infinite banking, and IULs. It's going to be really, really exciting. So if you have agents who's in that area, or if you want to come and join us, we'll love to have you there. And we're going to have speakers like Landry Peterson, Drake, and a couple of other leaders coming in as well. Okay. And really, we're going to start to do a lot more of these across the country. So if you're wanting to have one in your city, then let us know. And as long as we can have some people in the room, we'll go out there and support you. And it's at Radiance Clubhouse in Mesa, Arizona on the April 18th, which is a Saturday.
Morning,
And
Sean.
hey, good morning, Nora. And Engage Conference. So this is the biggest and the most event for all Symmetry agents. It's September 23rd to the 25th in Denver, Colorado. If you are a new agent and haven't been to one of these events, you have to be there. It's one of the non-negotiables as a Symmetry agent. If I didn't show up 9 years ago because I was dead broke, then I will not be here. That's how important it is. So if you want to register, you can use this QR code to do that and book the flights early because you get a much better deal instead of getting closer to the event. And producer and capital bonuses, especially if you are a consistent producer doing 15,000 or more of net placed business a month. This is very important. These are the products on the right that will give you 100% bonus towards your bonusable carriers. So, you're pretty familiar with this. This is the Quility Digital products. There are other ones that give you about 50% bonus towards that, and you can see the full list on the HQ. Just keep in mind on that. And lead credits. This is still happening. And we have agents who have won this for January already. I know they're a little backed up, but they're going to be paying out for the February and March pretty soon. So if you write one of the Quility digital products, these are all instant decision products. And if you write these and issue it, you can get $50 per application issued. And it starts with five. So if you do five, you get $250. And after that, you get $50 per product. So if you sell 10, that's extra $500 in your bank account. And that you can use that towards your leads. And digital double down, symmetry destination trips. This is one of the best. You go to Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, Montages, you name it, the top of the top. They're gonna take you there. So how do you win? You can be a top 10 producer, top five agency owners, top five agency directors, top five A shops, and top five directs. And you can utilize the Quility digital products to win this contest. And who loves trips? We love trips. Yeah. Definitely Amanda is the vacation captain. And I mean, look at these trips, right? Los Cabos, Mexico, Quebec City, Canada, America. I think that Beau and Stefan is going for this right now. And then Peninsula Papagayo, Costa Rica. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth. Bluffton, South Carolina, Mutual of Omaha, and Reykjavik, Iceland. You get to see Northern Lights and see the waterfalls. Incredible opportunity. And one thing I love about this business is that this is just cherry on the top, right? If you're winning this trip, you might have gotten, let's say, anywhere from 50 to $100,000 deposit in your bank account. And this is just addition for you and another guest, all paid for, everything. Okay, and Forrester's Financial, what they're doing is instead of a trip, they're giving you up to 12% bonus every quarter, and that's a minimum of 25,000 points. And to clarify that, that's 25,000 net place business. Okay, so you can make your own trip. And March Mania Sales Challenge. If you are an agent who is selling Live Well Plus, which is the infinite banking type of whole life policy, and Advantage Plus two, then you can win an additional cash bonus, $100 on each of your first three issued, and $200 cash after that. Okay, so there's no limit to that, which is incredible. So we'd love to see more agents win this. And this is a great update. I know you guys love the banner Life Beyond Term. I think that's been really, really popular because it's affordable and it gives you all the living benefits. Now, SBLI only came with terminal illness in the past, but they just added the chronic illness rider at no additional cost. So that means if the client cannot perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, then you can also give them the money up front from the death benefit, and they can utilize that for helping them either financially or medically, whatever. Okay, so this is super exciting. So this is something you should keep in mind when you're offering SBLI now. And Beyond Term by Banner Life, payment details in the agent journey. So they're doing a more of a streamlined payment capture. So Beyond Term's agent journey now includes a dedicated step to collect the payer's bank details during the application process. No follow-ups, no delays. And why is this great? Because Banner Life is one of those carriers that was having the client to fill it out, but sometimes when the process is a little difficult, client, you kind of lose the client, right? And clients hang up or something like that. So instead of that, you can gather all the information and you can input it as well. So that's a great update to the Beyond Term by Banner Life. And for agents who don't know, it's a $2 million term policy, instant decision, up to age 60. So, yeah, I would say this is one of the best terms you can offer in the United States. And there's a weekly orientation that Frank does. So, Frank, are you doing this tonight at 5
Yep,
p.m.?
yep. Yeah, we're
Okay.
doing it tonight. We're bringing in a lot of people. We understand that sometimes, sometimes it's hard to like go online and look through things and self-study. This won't. This is very interactive. You guys get a chance to see the process from, when you get your welcome email and what the steps are for you to start writing business. And that's the intent. So if you have any agent, any downline that has been here for less than 60 days, pop them on. Leverage the system. Like you got people like me, like Stefan, like Jessica, like Kat, like all these people with a bunch of experience will come in And it's just great, you guys from any sideline. So just make sure you're in and invite your people and let's grow this.
Awesome.
Can I say something real quick in regards to that? I hadn't been on any of those before, but I was on last week and it was very, very valuable, especially because it's a much smaller setting for agents and we're able to interact a lot more. So I appreciate that you put that all together.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Jamie. And Frank, you want to go over the business development session on Tuesdays?
Tuesday, 9 a.m. Mindset, right? Mindset's everything with this business. Ultimately, why are we here? Yeah, I mean, eventually we want to be really good at self-employment, but we want to grow and to become business owners. And the quicker you realize that, the better you become. Like it's an amazing thing when you're up there. Imagine, that you have a business that is present even when you're not present sometimes. So, and I don't mean that present in the business. I mean, like if anything happens to you, right? If anything
Yeah,
happens to you, it's just an amazing thing. So I coach, teach on that. I'm all about growing the business and recruiting, and not just recruiting numbers, but actually producing agents. That's what it's about.
awesome. All right, thanks, Frank. And elite training with Sean Kim. I couldn't do it last Thursday. I was coughing way too much, but it is back. So this Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. And we teach on some sales skills, products, illustrations, and it's just an opportunity for you to just become better at your craft. And right after that, we do a case prep for about 30 minutes. So if you have a potential client and you have some caseworks, medications, and you just want to see which program you could offer your clients, then make sure you jump on. And I wanted to take my time real quick and Mac Room. So Mac Room, it is where collection of different agency and symmetry come together and they do live dials. I'm talking about elite producers, even partners, equity partners like Brian Delaney was dialing live on it. And it's an amazing community where you can hear from the best who are making live dials. And it's not like interactive one. It's more like you can hear it and learn it. And as a new agent, I think it's just an amazing opportunity. I've saw some agents like Jasmine Shield who just became a top producer, overcoming an objection that was pretty tough. And just an opportunity for you to see that is amazing. So real quick on the engage line, on the bottom left, there's literally dial room Mac, and you can literally click on that and join from workplace app, and it takes you right there. And then they're dialing from like 6 a.m. Pacific to 8 p.m. Pacific all day long. There's about two to 300 people on there at all times. So you can mute yourself, you can dial it, just accountability. I think maybe Landry or Drake, you want to talk about that, how it's been amazing?
Yeah, we've been getting on there all week and just we have our activity reports and we're just muted and doing our own dials, but you stop and pause and listen to other people dial and hear some objection handling and like Sean said, there's I mean top producers left and right on there that you can listen to. So it's been great.
Yeah, and Drake? I don't know if Drake, are you muted, Drake? Oh, maybe, okay. Maybe Drake is not. I think maybe he's on the call. Okay, so let's talk about Friday Reset and Reflect. So,
Yeah, so I'll be hosting a Friday reset and reflect. So it'll be a moment to pause, connect, and reset. It's a space to slow down, reconnect, and reset before the week begins. It's a time to share, reflect, and just listen, whatever feels right for you. So the intention is to to support. Okay, so the intention is to support one another in a relaxed, non-pressured environment. Participation is always optional. So it'll be 30 minutes. It starts at noon for us, and it's just a moment of time that we can come together and just get a little bit deeper and share what's coming up in the week and how we're feeling about things. I know Kanyan said that she's going to lead some prayers, and yeah, it'll just be 30 minutes and a time to connect.
yeah, I think that's such a great idea. And sometimes it's important to slow it down a little bit. and reflect and plan for the next week. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And I think that you might be also praying
Yeah.
as well. Okay, awesome. All right. And Darwin Bingo. So this is every Saturday. And is Jessica on the call? I know she's driving right now, right? So
I'm here.
yeah, could you talk about it real quick?
Yeah, so Dial Room Bingo, it's super fun. There's been a really solid group of us in there every single week. There's a bingo card that I created, and we just get in there. It's round robin style, so we stay muted until somebody gets somebody on the phone, and then you can unmute as long as no one else is unmuted. It's a good place to really front load your week. A lot of the people that are in that room consistently every single week are the people that you're seeing up on the leaderboards that are, either top producers or producing consistently because we front load our weeks in there. Saturday mornings are golden hours for dialing. There's been times that I've set 4, 5, 6 appointments in that 2 hour time frame. So highly recommend getting in there. And on top of that, you can win some cool prizes.
Awesome. Yeah, and Jessica, I think proof is in the pudding. And I mean, you've been doing 10,000 a week for the last few weeks, and all of these activities and all the things that you plug into, I feel like it makes a huge difference, right? All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, it does.
yeah. So what we're gonna do is this. So we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel to see who is the winner of the bingo. So we have Lucas, and thank you, Lucas, for keeping the list for us so we can go ahead and spin this today. Charles, Lima, and Gale. All right. So shuffle real quick. And for the bingo one, we've been doing now Amazon gift card. Ryan Hilliard. All right,
Yeah.
Ryan.
I love me some Amazon gift cards. The wife uses them all the time.
Ryan, and then I mean with children, right? I mean, there's so many
That's
things you
right.
can get.
And with the birthday coming
Awesome.
up, so it's perfect.
Yeah, congrats, man. All right. And look at this. Wow. I want to give him obviously we're gonna interview him at the end, but just wanted to give him a special shout out, Mr. Chris Trela, national top producer. And just so for people who don't know, that means he has done 20,000 net placed business for 2 months in a row with Symmetry Financial Group. And that's a big milestone because for agents to produce consistently at a high level like that, that's super impressive. And I think that the culture that the Beau is building, he's producing a lot of top producers now. So very excited for that. Congratulations to you, Chris. And newly onboarded agents of the week. Look at this. We have Stratton Agency, two new recruits with Paul William Just, direct to Thomas Prouse, Michael Bennett, direct to Ashton Hart. In the Brennis Agency, we have Robert John Vinskovsky Jr., direct to Jorge Medina, Crystal Anika Juarez, direct to Jessica Jackson, and the Hirsch Agency, Brian Arata, direct to Beau Hirshfield himself, Peterson Agency, Emmanuel Ball, direct to Landry Peterson, and in the Del Rosario Agency, June Small Rolston, direct to Gina Pare. All welcome to the Master Agency. And first time writers of the week, we have Autumn Land. That's a beautiful name, babe.
Mm.
In the Peterson Agency. Congratulations, Autumn. Typically we have multiple first time new writers. And then what we do is we put all of them on a spinning wheel and choose a winner, get a $50 lead credit. But since you're the only one, you get an automatic $50 lead credit directly deposited into your lead stream and you can purchase leads. So congratulations. Yeah, what a cute baby. Okay. So if you are all the new onboarded agents, if you write your first application, you get a chance to win the $50 lead credit. So we'd love to see you write business this week. And let's go over the top 5 agents of the day. March 23rd, we have Brock Tinsley, Kat Cusick, Jessica Jackson, Stefan Brennis, And number one, Drake Stratton with 13,732. Wow, great job, Drake. And look at the amount of APV, top five, all over 37. Yeah, it's a huge day. Wow, great job, everyone. And March 24th, we have Veronica Sanchez, Lucas Sloan, Ryan Hilliard, Timea Aloyan, and Stefan Brenes, 9,203 APV in one day. Stefan's been crushing it. Congrats. And March 25th, Brock Tinsley, Jessica Jackson, Ryan Hilliard, Beau Hirshfield, and Stefan Brenes again, 5,919. Wow. March 26th, Gale Bentivoglio, Ryan Hilliard, Thomas Prowse, Beau Hirshfield, and number one, Landry Peterson with 33,936. And it is not a typo, 33,936. Massive day, Landry. Great job. And March 27th, we have Ryan Cronin, Jessica Jackson, Millie Stewart, Christina Passanisi. Wow, love seeing her name there. And Nora Fermento, 1,903. Awesome, Nora. And then March 28th, we have Gala Bentivoglio, Chris Trela, Ryan Hilliard, Drake Stratton, and Thomas Prouse, 8,677. Watch out for Thomas. He's going to be top producer soon. Yeah, he's fired up from Ignite. March 29th, this was yesterday, right? Sunday. Kat Cusick representing 1,432 on the weekend. Great job, Kat. So weekend warriors. These are all the weekend warriors, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put all of the people on the weekend warrior on the wheel, and let's see who wins the $50 lead credit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all those names here. Okay. So we have Thomas, Drake, Ryan, Chris, Gale, Lee, and Kat. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss. Last time missed it.
Right here.
Oh, wow.
Close.
Yeah, almost Ryan again, but Lee Winters.
So close.
I know, so
Congrats, Lee.
close. Yeah, it was almost a sweep. Lee Winters, congratulations. We'll go ahead and get that $50 lead credit deposited into your lead stream. I know Lee's one of the newer agents, so congrats. All right. And let's go over some of the base shop numbers real quick. Community base shop, Veronica Sanchez, 1225, one unique writers, one app. And Del Rosario Agency, Jericho.
Hey, Sean, good morning. Of course, we have the most popular agents here, Nora Formento, with one application at $1,903. And we have Margie Alvarado for 228 on one app.
Awesome.
Welcome back, Sean.
Yeah, thank you. And the Hirsch Agency, Mr. Beau Hirshfield.
Yes, sir. We got Chris Trela on the board there with an application for 468. We have 5 applications from brand new agent Jerry.
Wow.
He now has all 6 in, so he
Wow.
is a seasoned new agent, just hitting the ground running. Super excited for you,
Amazing.
brother.
Okay, I'll send him a swag bag.
1365. Aaron Callahan on there with an application for almost 2,000 in APV, and then 4 applications for just over 10,000 for myself.
Wow, that's awesome. And Stratton Agency, Drake.
Yeah, so we got Bernard Brathwaite with one app, 985, with Ryan Cronin, one app, 1,065, Thomas Prouse, one app, 3,459, and myself, 2 apps, 14,275, with 19,7 on the week, 4 unique riders, and 5 apps.
Yeah, great week, Drake.
Bye-bye.
All right. And Get a Life Agency, Mr. Stefan Brenes.
All right, we got Alima Dean, one app for 916. Christina Passanisi, 1216, one app. Lucas Sloan, 1961 for 3 apps. Timia Aloyan, 1 app for 2561. And then yours truly, 4 apps for 17,267. So a total of 5 riders, 10 apps. We got to get double-digit riders. That's our goal team. Double-digit riders, and that APV will come. So good job this week.
Great. And the Brennis Agency, Mr. Frank Brennis.
All right, everyone. Thank you. Gale Bentivoglio, 2740. Millie Stewart, 3710. Kat Kusick, 4238. Ryan the Hitman, 6,787. Jessica Jackson, 12,773. Five unique riders, 18 apps, 30,249. Congratulations, team. Keep going.
Awesome. And Landry Peterson Agency. Landry.
All right, yeah, we got first time rider Autumn Land, Andrea Adams, 663 with an app. Brock Tinsley, I'm watching him improve every week. It's pretty awesome. So 4498 with 3 apps. And then myself with 33,000, 1 app, something I've been working on for a few weeks. So
Yeah, that's awesome, Landry. All right, and top 10 APV producers for the week, we have Thomas Prouse, Millicent Stewart, Kat Cusick, Brock Tinsley, Ryan Hilliard, and top 5, Beau Hirshfield, Jessica Jackson, Drake Stratton, Stefan Brennis, and Landry Peterson. And when your top 5 is 10,000 plus, that's a great week. So great job, everyone. And top app count producers, there's Drake Stratton, 2 apps. Lucas Sloan, Gale Bentivoglio, Millie Stewart, Brock Tinsley, and Ryan Hillier with 3 apps. Beau Hirshfield, Stefan Brennis with 4 apps. Jerry Laracuente, 5 apps. That's a new writer. And Jessica Jackson, 8 applications leading from the front. And top agency builders, top 3, Stefan Brennis, 23,943 with 10 apps. Frank Brennis, 30,249 with 18 apps. And Landry Peterson, 39,492 with 6 apps. Number 1 key leader was Jessica Jackson, 12,773 with 8 apps. And Veronica Sanchez was the number 1 team leader. And this is his top 20 APV producers for March. Wow, this is quite a list. I'm gonna go over it real quick. So Charles Malone, 5,200, Erin Callahan, 5,600, Timea Loyan, 7,600, Erica Laughlin, 8,000, Andrea Adams, 8,100, Thomas Prouse, 8,200, Millie Stewart, 9,000, Veronica Sanchez, 9,200, Kanyan Ojo, 10,000, Brock Tinsley, 10,300, Gale Bentivoglio, 11,900. Chris Trela, 19,900. Right there. And Kat Cusick, 20,500. Drake Stratton, 20,700. Jorge Medina, 21,900. Jessica Jackson, 26,400. Ryan Hillier, 34,000. Beau Hirshfield, 45,600. And Landry Peterson, 55,100. And Stefan Brennis, I think is one of your highest month, right? 62,840 APV. Wow. That's incredible, man. Yeah. Big shout out to Stefan. And this is the top 25 for the year. I'm just going to go over the top 5 real quick. Ryan Hilliard at 86,000. Chris Trela, 86,500. Landry Peterson, 99,000. Beau Hirshfield, 136,000. And Stefan Brennis, 137,000 for the year. And we are, soon going to be finishing up March. So great pace for the year, guys. Now, all right. I want to first introduce Beau Hirshfield. I mean, Beau, we're just so proud of you. I remember when you first joined around the pandemic time, and man, you going from bartender, singer-songwriter to agency owner, now building an agency with top producers and building that culture of winning. I'm just so proud of you, man. And you are a double $1 million producer. You got the Big Eagle Award at the Denver conference. And I'm just so excited for you to kind of introduce Chris to agents who don't know Chris and highlight him. So, Bo, are you
Yes,
yeah
I'm
ready
here.
for the
What's
interview?
up, man? Yeah, thanks, Sean. What a crazy journey it's been, man. Super grateful to have found this industry and this company and this business and all of you people. You know, you, Sean, and Amanda, and the Brennis brothers, and just so many incredible people that have kind of shaped and guided my journey here. And I don't take that for granted at all. You know, it takes a village, it takes a lot of belief, it takes a lot of hard work, and being around the right people that can keep you moving forward. During some of the times when maybe you don't see, you know, what's possible or what you need to be doing, the association piece is so vital. So can't say
Absolutely.
enough about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want you to brag on Chris. This is
Yes.
to show some love to Chris. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's all yours, bro. Take it over.
Thanks, man. And I want to brag on Chris as well. You know, like this business, it's, you know, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And along the way, you're always looking and searching for people. And I'm blessed to have in the last year kind of an overflow of incredible agents on my team that have shown up and changed my life and changed my business, and people that have become my friends as well. So it's been an awesome journey. And right at the center of all that, I will talk about Mr. Chris Trela because he's been here for 1 year now. And hey, I've watched him shift. I've watched him grow. I've watched him make a decision and then show up day in, day out, to, you know, show up for that decision. Chris, are you here with us, man? I'm not seeing if you're highlighted or where you are.
Me, let
You
me.
just asking silly questions. Come on, bro.
There you are, dude. What's up, man? I have a bunch of questions I want to rattle off just to share. So you had get the opportunity to share your journey here, and people can understand who you are and what you are and what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because I think all of those things are incredibly important. But before we get into that, if you just want to introduce yourself, give a little bit about your background, who you are, and we'll take it from there, man.
Oh, my name is Chris, and it's Trela. As you know, we all have found out. A lot of people think it's Italian right off the rip, but it's not. I'm not anything close to Italian. It's not Trella, it's Trela. I commonly go as, you know, either by Tree or Trela, and yeah, I've been here a year, and it's been shit. It's been a hell of a journey, man. You know, I came in, I don't know, figuring, trying to find something that was just gonna get me out of corporate and give me a little bit of control over my own personal journey and my future, and I kind of bulldozed my way right into it. But a quick snap of me and my kind of journey in life. That I grew up right in the heart of, you know, central New York, and it's kind of a very kind of country-esque area. Um, Middle class, you know, white picket fence, so to speak. Um, Good childhood, good youth. Jump ship to Myrtle Beach, straight out of high school. The week after I graduated, I went to school for golf operations and business management in Myrtle Beach and did that for 10 to 15 years. Learned a lot of valuable life lessons. You know, a lot of it was a time of growing up. In that time, I have experimented with a lot of different things and had to come back home on a journey of really sobriety at the end of the day. I ended up spending 2 weeks in Strong Memorial Hospital, and this was about 11 years ago. My spleen, pancreas, and liver were all 3 times the size that they were supposed to be. I was probably a lot closer to death's doorstep than I'll ever know. This was after blowing a .46. So I spent a lot of time just figuring out life and did some things here and there in the culinary world. Spent a couple years with FedEx. And then, you know, my last real full-time journey was with Lowe's before I jumped here, where I had found a something alongside of this while I navigated my journey to the first 6 months here of, you know, hitting conference. And we'll touch on that when I'm sure when we chat, Bo, but that's where it was really cemented in the culture, the community, what this is, what the family and the community is, and how important association has been in my journey. That is 100% been a staple for me as I came in and plugged into everything that I could plug into and just made myself um, as known as I could be in finding people that were doing what I wanted to do and making that commitment. And, joking, Bo and I often joke of what it looked like 1 year ago and the question of would this ever really work out. And I know that for a fact the only question or the only statements that I've made to Bo is, one, I refuse to have the quick conversation, and two is I'm going to figure this out one way or another. We're gonna make this work. And a year a year into the business, I have somehow managed to become a national top producer and a steady force and a stabilizer in um, both the community for Beau and Hirsch Agency and my family.
Freaking
So
amazing, man. We talk a lot about, and I got a bunch of questions that I'm going to just kind of rip at you, man, just so people can understand what this year looks like. Because I think it's important. I think it's really important for people who's come, especially if you're getting started here, if you're starting here, whether it's part-time or full-time, just kind of understanding what it can take to make this thing happen. And Chris has done it. It took him a little bit of time to find his footing, and he did it a lot faster than I did it. So if I really look at his journey and you look at my journey, look at everybody's journey. Everyone's different. Everyone comes here with a different skill set, a different, the journey is the journey. So it's really important to look at that and understand that. But before I jump into some questions, Chris, I will say about you, man, you from the get-go just embraced this company and this culture and what we do here and the core values and the four cornerstones, and we talk about this stuff all the time. But if you're looking for people that leave winning clues, and Chris from the get-go just jumped in, and we talk about symmetry getting in you, and I've watched that happen for you. You just got into it, man. You're like, I want to be a part of this. I want to be on the calls. I want to be in it. I want to feel it. I want to be around it. And you immersed yourself with this business and this culture and this community and what we do here. And because of all that, I think that you allowed yourself so much opportunity to get better faster because you were hungry for it. So if you're on this call and you're listening and you're searching for ways to kind of figure this thing out faster, do that. Like, get in, like, find your way onto as many freaking calls as you can, get into people's ears, like, find the resources, which is so often the humans and the calls and the trainings, and let that help guide you along because you can suffer at this business quietly and silently for a really long time. And that's a really painful choice to make. You don't have to make that choice. And Chris has been done an amazing job of showing what's possible just by reaching out and stepping up and just being a part of this thing. And couldn't be more proud of you, dude. So what were you doing before you started here? I know you touched on your work history, but what you were driving, right?
uh, when I was looking for something different, I was in store management for Lowe's. That's where I was like, to be honest with you, um I was just over managing people in general. There's a it was just becoming more and more challenging, and that in combination of it seemed like every promotion I got, it was a level of taking a step back financially, and I was just kind of over that journey in life. I just wanted more ownership in what my work ethic and determination should be providing for me and my family. So, I did that. I found you, and what I ended up doing was finding a sales rep position with Pepsi and Frito-Lay where I could get up at 2 or 3 in the morning, work my shift from between 3 or 4 o'clock till 1 or 2, and then come home and do this till 8, 9 or 10 o'clock until I had it figured out.
So I think it's really important to note on, right? Like when Chris's early months in this business, he was waking up at between 1 and 2 a.m., working a full shift, then coming home and working on this business with a very, very clear, I got to get out of this thing as quickly as I can, but I got to find my footing here, which I think is a really okay, smart way to do this. But you got to work. Like, if you're doing this around something else, you have to have a grit and a hunger to get out of that other thing. And Chris had that from the get-go. I could tell he was exhausted, he was beaten down, but he had this sense of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to figure it out. And, the rest is history. So, yeah, just awesome. Tell me a little bit about your first 30 to 60 days, Chris, because I think that was probably a bit of a struggle. I don't think this thing clicked right away. So talk about that beginning phase of becoming a symmetry agent.
It was challenging, trying to juggle everything. There are people that can come in here and be relatively successful in their first 30 or 60 days. I will tell you, it took me over $7,000 to make my first sale. I got licensed on February 20th. My first sale was April 24th. And it was, over $7,000. And people come in and see this thing of I got to dial 50 or 100 times a day. I was doing $1,000 a week for my first, 3 months. So that resistance to fail and just figure it out mentality, it was there from day one.
Like 7,000 dials before you get a sale, that sucks, man. That's not fun at all. Like that's a bummer and that hurts. It took me like 2 full years to like even get to a point where I was like truly profitable. And I don't want that to be any of your journey. It wasn't Chris's at all. He did this a lot faster than I did. But what I will say is like when you're on the other side of that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Like how long it took you to get to the place where this thing works doesn't matter at all once you get there because you got over that and you're better for it and you're stronger for it. So like whatever you're going through, whatever you're working on, just know that if you keep your head down, you keep going and you can get over that hump and past that, you'll appreciate it actually. It's helpful.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think it's
hard when you're in it.
I didn't want to leave out, in that like 2 month stretch, um, I didn't lose belief. One, I never questioned my own like belief to figure it out, but whether it was you or Jason or Ryan Mayotte or Brett Beaudry or people that I had found in other places, like I always had someone that I was working with to hone and keep that spirit and edge up. Because if I tried to do this 100% by myself, I probably would be in a different place right now.
Or gone.
Right. And that's what
Or
I mean.
gone.
Not here,
Yeah.
not here,
Yes,
not
you
here.
could not be here if you don't. You have, especially during that learning curve. That's why a running buddy, a community, a group is so vital. Because if you are getting crushed by yourself, man, you're so close to just pulling the plug. So really immerse yourself with a community and a culture, or even just a couple of people that are in a similar boat for you or a little further ahead of you that can keep your head in the right place. Like it's all right, I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. And that's like the beautiful thing about my journey here is that you can't give me a circumstance that I can't tell you, oh yeah, I've been there. I've been there a ton of times. Believe me. Like I've been in the lowest of the low moments that you can possibly imagine. And I don't care. I'm grateful for all of it because I just fought through it and I'm better and stronger for it. Um, what was the moment, Chris, if you can remember when you were like, okay, all right, this maybe is starting to click a little bit. This is starting to work a little bit for me. Starting to see some progress and make some strides.
If I would have to go back 110%, like, in the very beginning, that first sale it was like a Wednesday or Thursday that I remember, but the following week I had did another 3 or 4 thousand, and that is where, it started the breadcrumb trail. Things progressively got better. Um, the real icing on the cake, kind of just went really ultimately went to conferences like, being with us as our little Hirsch fam and hanging out and then being able to actually be a part of all the other people that we're fortunate to see all these people on a screen on a daily basis, and the culture and community of what we have to plug into and what exactly we have. Like, this doesn't exist in a lot of places in other cultures or communities, whether it's corporate, culinary, golf operations, business management. Like, the ability to actually go to that conference and it be a tangible thing, what was the ultimate difference maker. And that didn't even click in at first because September sucked, to be honest with you. But that was my 2 weeks of that was part-time, and then I quit, and then I really submerged figuring out. It took me 2 weeks to get a full-time schedule dialed in, and then October was like 40K. And that was like, okay, we're good now. And there was still been some up and downs. November and December were a little bit shaky and figuring it out and getting through the holidays. And then it's been, I don't know, consistently, 20K a month since then.
Yep. 37 in January, 20, almost 30 in February, just hit 20 again in March, hit national top producer, starting to build a team. Conference obviously was a huge deciding factor for you in going full time. And, I just, again, want to shout out Chris because he is systematic, like systematic to a T. Everything he does is planned out, is thought out, is talked through, is Chris is in my ear all the time. I'm in his all the time. And I recommend to anybody who's here is be loud, be noisy, be a squeaky wheel, work with other people, break down the wall as hard and aggressively as you can by being active and associating. Because I've got to watch firsthand Chris do that incredibly well, and I think that has a lot to do with the success that you've found here in a really short time, man. Finally, what would you say to brand new agents coming in? Like, what's your recommendation? Give me a little elevator pitch on anybody who's just getting started, maybe in that valley of despair or finding their footing or feeling the herky jerky ups and downs of this business. What would you give from an
No,
insight standpoint?
really, I don't know. You put me on the spot with this because I didn't really
Good.
get to play this one out. But it is. The system works. It's very simple, and it's, whether it's dry and robotic or whatnot, we have a system that works. Follow the system. Ultimately, it boils down to think less and do more. And for me, it was really about my willingness to outwork anyone or anything has been the foundation for my success and opportunity. Like, I don't stop until I'm done. And that's just the reality of it. I posted my schedule that's been kind of reverted in the group chat last week. Like, it's 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and there's only 2 breaks in there throughout the day for non-work related stuff because I'm determined to make this happen as fast as we possibly can because I'm not set where I want to be financially now or in the future. And I'm willing to make that sacrifice to get where I need to get to because I see that vision and it's there and it's going to happen one way or another.
Yeah. 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. is a lot, right? It's a season. It's a season. It's a season of your life. Put your head down, work really, 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 really hard for the next 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it is, and then be able to, you know, live the life that you want and that you deserve. That's the symmetry model. Doesn't happen fast. It's not get rich quick, but it
Mhm.
does happen to those that are willing to really, really work for it. And Chris is obviously one of those. And I just super proud of you and really grateful for you, man, that you're part of my organization and a friend of mine, dude. So thank you, Sean, for
Cool.
having us, man.
Yeah,
I'll answer the chat real quick if you
yeah, that'd be
want,
great,
Sean.
Chris. Yeah,
My
please.
lead strategy since I think it's since October. I may have upped it a little bit, but it is 20 MIAs. I just switched from 10 CIAs to 10 Lighthouse. So it's 20 MIAs, 10 Lighthouse. And whenever I feel frisky, which is, I don't know, 7 to 10 days or so, I'll get at least 10 Razor Ridge premium leads. So, and for Frank, it was all MP leads
Yep.
to start. It's been like that from the beginning. I
Beau
do.
Hirshfield. Beau Hirshfield, Stefan Brennis, Sean Kim, Frank Brennis.
Yeah.
It's everything we did.
So, to be honest with you, I got a little squirrely about, I don't know, 6 or 8 months in, trying to do a lot of IUL and advanced market nonsense. And then I kind of reassessed
There
and
you
really
go.
got back to nuts and bolts, mortgage protection, bucket one, bucket two. And, some of the razor rich conversations will lead to a different conversation, but that's not the foundation for my business. So.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Chris. And I just see your determination. And when I see somebody with a clear vision, and I think that's what Beau does a great job of, is like Beau's been there. A lot of us have been there where we were in the dark trenches. And people don't see that, right? They only see when you get promoted or
Mhm.
get recognized. But
100%.
really, the growth happens in when you are in the tough season, when you are really just when nobody's seeing you and you're just keep grinding and going at it. But without that work, your success doesn't happen. And
Sure.
only the few people who actually are able to go through that and not let that negativity affect you, those are the people you're seeing on the top, getting to the top of the company. So yeah, Chris, super proud of you, man. And yeah, thanks for yeah. Oh yeah,
I
scripts.
am.
Oh, they're asking about your scripts too, Chris.
Yeah, 100% Chris Leak across the board. One thing I failed to mention, I'm also the oldest of three boys.
Mm.
So that competitive drive, like what Beau, and he knows that he does this without doing it intentionally. He stays at 10K and it's really annoying. So like I am I am so competitive that regardless of who it is, whether it's our agency or somewhere else, um, I never feel like I'm doing good enough. And, sometimes that'll be a hindrance, balancing life and business, but it 100% keeps me driven to always find something to be better at.
Yeah, yeah, love that. Yeah, thank you taking your time to do this, Chris. I think that you inspired a lot of people and Beau, you killed it with the amazing questions and I'm really excited to see your agency grow. So, yeah,
Thanks,
Hey,
Sean.
yeah,
Chris,
of course,
Chris,
man. And
great job, brother. Keep it up,
yeah.
man.
Thank
Your
you.
focus, high signal, low noise, no excuses, all money.
MP,
I love it.
MP, MP.
I love it, man.
That's
That's
it.
what it takes, man.
Do the work. Do the work.
That's what it takes.
Plug in
Yeah.
everywhere. Do the work. Be a student. Stay a student.
It's not rocket
Be
science.
noisy.
Just put in
It's
the work.
not. It's not. It's hard to do all of that, which is
Mhm.
why not that many people do it successfully. But
Yep.
it's there for the taking for everyone on this call,
Yes.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Two things: excuses or money. Can't do both.
Mhm.
Right.
Love that. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining the call today. Oh, by the way, I did wanted to share something with you. I was thinking about just doing like a power hour after the call. So after there's a lot of excitement and momentum. And if you want to stay on, we're gonna stay on the Zoom call. We're gonna be doing some different work, but we're gonna still have our screen on. And if you want to make dials, bring your leads, run appointments, and let's do it. Let's do it all together. So if you want to stay after this call has ended, we'll just be working together, and that'll be awesome. And yeah, thank you again, guys, for jumping on. And I'm super excited for April. Let's have an incredible week, and I wish you have the best week this coming week. Okay?
And I'll see you on Friday.
Okay. All right, guys. I'll
Thank
see you
you.
later. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Okay.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.